We are UWP, Uncompahgre Watershed Partnership, and we are here to protect and restore natural, scenic, and economic values of our watershed here. We mainly work in Ouray County. We were founded as a nonprofit in 2013. In 2023, we did a 6-month community engagement process to create a 5-year strategic plan, and we're right in the middle of that right now, 2026. And those are our 4 objectives. They're pretty similar to what we've been doing ever since the beginning, but we had a chance to talk about them with the community and get more clear. Objective 1, monitoring and analyzing, is a really important one to us because we know that we need to understand conditions in our watershed to know where we should restore and which places are the most important to preserve. So one of our critical programs for monitoring our watershed is River Watch. And this is actually a state program run by Colorado Parks and Wildlife and a nonprofit called River Science. And UWP has been doing it since the beginning of our existence. And the idea is to get volunteer stewards to get out in the watershed and get important water quality data. It's a very rigid program on how you're trained and how you do the sampling so that this data can be used at the state level to help decision makers understand how to manage our watersheds. So today, UWP has 6 sites that we monitor year-round, and an additional 9 high elevation sites that we monitor when they're accessible, which is generally May through October. Eric and Ethan Funk in Ouray have been also monitoring 6 high elevation sites since about the 2000s, early 2000s. And then for the last 2 years, this year and last year, we also have a River Corps member who's been with us. Last year we had Virginia, who's in the room, and this year we have Elliot. And these River Corps members are like AmeriCorps service members, and they're really helping us to support our volunteer efforts with River Watch, especially stream measurement. So you can see Virginia last year on one part, and then some of our other volunteers on the other part, doing some stream measurement and water quality sampling up on Red Mountain Creek. The advantage of collecting water quality data like metal concentration and stream flow together, as in the previous slide, is that the mass load of metal can be determined. The graph here shows stream flow measurements and the metal loads of iron in pounds per month for Gray Copper Gulch in June through October of last year. Stream flow varied from 21.5 cubic feet per second in June down to 0.8 cubic feet per second in October, while the iron load peaked at over 5,000 pounds a month in June and dipped to less than 500 pounds a month in August, September, and October. The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment uses data like this to determine the maximum load a stream can tolerate to keep the metal concentrations within water quality standards. Here's 3 more graphs, and the amount of water in streams or stream flow has a significant correlation to water quality. You may have heard the saying, the answer to pollution is dilution, and so in other words, you need to put more clean water in, and so then there's less impact from the contamination that the metals cause. In these 3 graphs, you can see the average concentrations of cadmium, zinc, and copper, and those are metals that are harmful to aquatic life, and the relatively high stream flow, which is on the left bar, and the low stream flow, which is the right bar. For each metal, the average concentration was lower when the stream flow was higher. So that's all I really had time to tell you about. I just wanted to, show you how water supply and water quality are important. They intermix very importantly. And if you're interested in River Watch, we need more volunteers, and the Funk brothers will be quitting their service soon, and so they need people to take over their sites. So please get a hold of me. You can also see our River Watch data at that QR code, and we have lots of events coming up. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tanya. Please reach out to Tanya if you're interested in participating.